what's up? How are you all doing? My name is SeyiOlay. In case it's your first time of tuning in, where have you been? Where have you been? But it's fine. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sure you're going to learn a lot today, and please do well to subscribe and also go through my other videos. I'm sure you learn a lot and you smile. You're welcome once again. So I film about faith, I film about lifestyle, and I film about purpose. So today I'm going to be talking about handling rejections. I've always wanted to do this video, but I do not know why I have been postponing it. But today, finally, I'm finally doing it, and I am excited. Okay, so handling rejections, handling disappointment. So everybody has gone through one disappointment or the other. You can say heartbreak. Let's talk about during this pandemic, lots of people lost their jobs. Some people were disappointed because they felt they had given their all to a job, and all of a sudden, because of this pandemic, you're asking me to leave. So many people were disappointed. You know, handling rejections, disappointment, and all of that, it can be really overwhelming a lot of times. And I know most times it is natural for us as human beings with flesh and blood to react a certain way. But I'm here to give you some guidelines that would help you, like how should you handle rejections. Just 3 ways to handle rejections. And just remind us that none of us, we are not immune to disappointment. We will go through disappointment. So it's not like you're doing something wrong. It's not like, oh, you don't know how to handle the situation, or you're not even smart enough. No, it's not a situation. It's not a case like that. It's not something that you would do and hope to be disappointed. Nobody goes into something and hopes that they will be disappointed. Nobody goes to a relationship and say, oh, you know, some people, they wait for like 5 years in a relationship. They date for 5 years, and all of a sudden somebody says they're not doing again. 5 good years, and you're like, what? So nobody plans to go through that type of disappointment. Nobody plans to enter a place, enter a job, and in few months or few years they say, oh, we are letting you go because we can't pay your salary. So it hits in different ways, in different manners. Okay, in-laws, you cannot marry our daughter, you cannot marry our son. So disappointments, rejections can hit anybody, anytime. So first of all, just know that you are not doing anything wrong by being disappointed or by being rejected. My dad usually says something. He says that there is no glory without a story, and that sentence has worked with me, or has gone with me through a lot of times. So when I'm going through some bad or horrible situations in quotes, I remember that and say, okay, I'm going through this phase so that I can be helpful to somebody. I'm going through this situation, I'm going through this phase so that I can be able to counsel somebody and say, see, I know I have been there before, and I can be able to encourage the person and give the person, you know, that type of ginger that would help the person forget that situation and know that, see, disappointment is not the end of the world. We go through tough times, we are human beings. And I want us to use these to anchor these scriptures to start with this YouTube video. So the first one is, from Proverbs 16 verse. We have 2 Bible passages we are going to be looking at. Proverbs 16 verse 4. It says, a man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Let me read again. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directs his steps. So there are some times we have it all planned out in our minds, like, oh, I'm going to, after I finish school, I'm going to do this. Oh, please, don't let me even go into that story. I've always wanted to, I'm still going to upload another video. That's why I really don't want to mention this, but let me just to buttress the point. You know, we all have plans. So I've always wanted to get married like pretty early. Like, I was ready to get married 22. I'm not going to lie. I was ready to get married 22. And my last birthday, and I'm like, wow, 22, 23, I was ready to get married, and I'm like, what's happening? Like, I just started to, would I say panic? Not like panic, but I just started to worry, like, I'm supposed to have been done with this, done my masters, done with these exams, and it just felt like I wasn't done with them yet. And the devil just really tried to play on my mind, tried to play on my emotions, and make me to start regretting, oh, why did I do this, or why didn't I do this at this time? But no, the Bible has reminded us that a man's heart devises his way, but Lord directs his steps. Because some certain things you always wanted to happen, you wanted some things to happen at a particular time that didn't happen, does not mean that is not you are not walking in the right direction. God is trying to remind us today that it's God that directs our steps. So especially when you are giving it to him and say, God, please take charge of my life, take charge of everything I am doing. Just take charge. So just remember that a man's heart, we are the ones that say, oh, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, honestly. A lot of unnecessary pressure on ourselves. So I want to remind you today that it's not necessary. So just try and cast all your cares onto God. Okay, so I'm already talking about the point already, but let me just really read the second Bible passages taken from Isaiah 14 verse 27. It says, for the Lord of hosts had proposed, who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, who shall turn it back? So whatever God has said is going to happen, it's going to happen. No matter, especially when you've surrendered all unto him. That's why it's very important for us to give our all to God. It's very important for us to cast all our cares, because it's easy for us to worry. Talk about person that can worry. I'll raise up my hand. But I've come to realize that, see, no matter the worry that I worry, it won't change anything. So what would change things, or what will make things better, is when I trust God. Is when I put my trust in God and say, God, I'm lifting all this to you. I'm lifting my body. You are the burden bearer. Please take charge, and you will see that things become better. So I have 3 points to handle rejections or disappointment. So the first one is recognize that God is always in control. Recognize that God is always in control. So there's something that happened to me, will I say early this year? And I was so shocked at myself, because usual me would panic, would be afraid, would be, have a lot of anxiety. But when the thing happened, I was like, God, you're in control. Like, even if I worry, what will we solve? And in less than a week, that thing that should have made me to panic, God had multiplied, giving me more blessings in less than a week. So just imagine I'd let fear, I'd let doubt, I'd let a whole lot of panic to set in. Probably I wouldn't have gotten that blessing. But at that point, I'm like, God, you're in control. So recognize that God is always in control. Recognize that God is sovereign, and you see the hand of God. And I'm not saying that, because it happened to me immediately, because I trusted God and say, God in control, and it happened like less than a week, means every time it's going to be like that. Sometimes you have to wait. That is where patience, that is where trust would play in. Like, do you really trust God, or you're just let me trust God so that in 1, 2, 3 days something will happen? No. Okay. Second point is cast your cares. I had mentioned this earlier. So cast all your cares onto God. Cast it onto him and say, God, there's no matter the thinking, no matter the thoughts that I'm thinking, it won't help me. It will just make me lame. It will just make me have unnecessary headache, unnecessary stress, which I do not need in my life right now. So cast your cares onto God. Cast it onto him, and you will see him do wonders. You see him do great things. So it is very important for us to cast our cares onto God. So whenever disappointments come, just remind yourself that, see, God, I'm casting my cares onto you. This work that I've lost, this relationship that has dabaru, that has ended, this phase that I'm going through now, I'm casting it onto you. I'm casting it onto you. Am I saying that we will not worry as human? We will definitely, but when that thought comes to our mind, just remember that God, just keep saying that, God, I cast everything into your care. I cast all my worries, I cast all my pain to you, and you see God doing his thing. Then third point is be thankful. Be thankful. So that period when I went through that thing I mentioned earlier, which I'm not going to mention, maybe later in the future, I was very thankful to God. I was shocked, because the usual me, like I said, would be panicking, but I would see myself thanking God, singing, smiling, happy, rejoicing, and just being thankful. The devil too will be confused, like, bro, sis, I thought we just caused confusion. I thought we just made this person, we did something that should make this person panic. But seeing that you are not panicking, God will be so happy with you, and you see God do his marvelous thing in your life. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please also leave your ways you feel people can handle rejections, handle disappointments, please leave them. And if you have experiences that you believe would bless people, please share with us. Thank you so much for tuning. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all those amazing things, because you're amazing, because you're awesome. And yeah, my birthday vlog coming soon. So I didn't want to, I actually wanted to vlog, but it felt like I did do a lot of things. But it's funny how a lot of people were asking me, Sheyi, how far your birthday vlog? And I'm like, I never said I was going to upload a birthday vlog, but a lot of people, and I'm really shocked. So just for respect and because I really appreciate everybody, I will be uploading my birthday vlog soon. So please subscribe, turn on the notification. I need to learn that thing, that bell that is like bell that is ringing. Please just click on it so that you can get notification when I upload the video. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. Bye.